Hi, I'm Steve Taylor from Taylor Automotive. Hope you enjoy this behind-the-scenes view of our Taylor team as we take you inside the Taylor huddle.
Hi, Tom Cole, and welcome into the Taylor 3-Minute Thursday. And oh, by the way, I have Mr. Taylor here. Gotta welcome in the boss, Steve Taylor. Steve, you know your schedule is. I mean, I don't know if people realize, how hard you and your dad work in this industry. This is not an easy industry. If you're getting into the car business because you want to relax or you just want to work a couple hours a day,
Go somewhere else.
I mean, talk about your schedule. You're constantly working. I mean, weekends, during the day. I mean, constantly.
There's a lot there, but if you like what you do and you're good at it, you never have to work a day in your life. My dad told me that a long time ago, and I firmly believe that. I love what I do. Every single day I get to get up and I get to interact with fantastic people. We've got a great team at all our stores. I was just down in Lima doing a hot takes video where I had to eat chicken wings, like hot chicken wings. I don't like eating hot stuff, but you know what? It was so much fun. Everybody was out there. We had some laughs. And then our customers, we get to meet so many great customers every single day that come in that we can help. That's the biggest thing. We love to help people here, and that's what we love to do. So it makes it fun, but there's a lot of hours in the car business, no doubt about it.
Oh man, and you're gonna love. Your employees have been phenomenal, and China would agree. She's done a great job as a photog for us today. But one of the people I asked about recreation, what they do for fun, and I can't think of the gentleman's name right offhand. He loves Man vs. Food, the TV show. So he got a list of all the places where they shot, that they ate the Atomic Burger and all that. And he went to them and did it.
Oh my gosh.
And he said, where they're feeding you the food with the gloves, because it's so, it was pretty cool. It was an interesting thing. Steve, you have a great family, and you're a family guy. I think that's the best compliment you can give somebody. You and your dad, your family people, and it permeates the people that you've hired.
Right.
They all are family kind of people. And they see Taylor as, if they don't have a family, they see Taylor as their extended family. And that was mentioned again and again and again. Is that part of your hiring as you look at, are they family oriented? Are they team oriented?
Yep, for sure. We've got a pamphlet out here for new hires talked about family first. And that's what we try to do every single day is we promote our family first mentality. And it starts with our employees, it starts with our team members, but then it trickles down to our customers, where we want people to feel like a family when they come in. They're not just a number down the road. And then also in our community, you help us do so many great things in the community. And that's why we want to give back. It's so important to give back. And so it's a big circle, we want to feel like family, not just to our employees and to our customers, but in the community. And it's just, it stems from, I think, from my upbringing. I've had a great family life. I've got fantastic parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, sisters. And so it's been important for me too with raising my own family. I've got a fabulous wife who does a great job of helping me with the kids and raising the kids. And I'm lucky to have 3 just fantastic kids. They're all different too,
Yes.
They're all different. They all excel in different things. But man, it's so much fun to go home from work and to find out what they did that day, and then to enjoy what they're doing and try to have fun with them too. So
I got a kick out of Allison, your wife. She's given us a couple of good ideas.
She's got some good ones,
put Terry and I out of business.
Right.
She's
her teaching background. She definitely knows the importance of giving back to the schools and to the teachers too, because she knows firsthand how hard that job is.
A couple of really good ideas. Yeah. Did you ever see when you graduated from school? Did you know right away that you were going to go into this business, or did you have other aspirations?
Yeah, sure. That's a great question. I love the outdoors. I love to hunt. I love to fish. I love to camp. I love being outside. I love to write stories and take pictures too. So I actually thought I wanted to go work for Outdoor Life, Field and Stream.
Oh wow.
Magazines.
Okay.
I wanted to maybe be a photojournalist and write some stories. Live in Alaska in a cabin.
Wow.
And that all changed. I got to visit Alaska when I was in high school. My dad and I went fishing there.
What struck you about Alaska?
Oh my goodness, the wildlife. We were flying in planes, going over bears and moose and caribou.
Yeah.
We actually had a little encounter with a grizzly bear on Kodiak Island. That was fun. I'll never forget that. But then, I went to college, and you know, I met Allison in college. I knew things were going to change. That lifestyle would have been great if I was single,
Yes.
living in a cabin with a dog out in the mountains.
Yeah, right.
But things changed, and I actually spent all my college summers working at the dealership, but I really grew to love the business. I'm a people person, and it's a people business. And I love the marketing side of things too. I love being
Right.
creative and trying to have fun and standing out, being different. And that's really what drew me to the business. I had that opportunity to do that with Kia. You know, back in 1998, nobody knew what Kia was.
Right.
And so we were able to start fresh with that franchise and do some things differently than we'd ever done. And so it's been a fun ride. You know, it definitely, when I was younger, it's not what I thought I'd be doing, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love it.
Well, and you wouldn't say it, but you started out with a Kia dealership that was just a gravel deal, right?
Right.
You know,
Oh, yeah. It was rough.
just gravel on the ground. That was it. And
Yep.
you go from gravel on the ground to you were the best Kia dealership in Ohio, and then you got the national award, and then I think you got the international award, didn't
That's
you?
right.
As
We
the
did.
best. You know, starting from the gravel.
For sure. It's definitely a ground up story, no doubt about it. Yeah. So we did. We won. You know, we had goals to be the biggest Kia dealership
Yeah.
in the state of Ohio and in the Midwest, and then even in the United States. And we checked all those boxes. We did it. But International Kia Dealer of the Year in 2009. That's something we never thought of, and we won that title also. So,
Yeah.
And still today, we just were we got awarded the President's Club Award for Kia in 2019, and that's a total team effort. It's all about your sales volume, but your customer satisfaction in both sales and service. And so, you know, we've got fantastic stores, we've got great people, and that's how we're able to continue to do what we do.
You know, recreation and fun. You covered a few of the things. You're an outdoorsman. We'll get you on dual survival.
Oh, yeah.
Put you out in the woods and can you make the fires and can you
Sure.
do
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff
We got it. Yep.
with the stick and the bow and get it going?
Oh yeah.
What would you say recreation wise? I know you like to travel, you like to enjoy your family.
Sure.
Give us a little feel for that.
Well, I've always lived by the motto, work hard, play hard. So there's not a lot I don't like to do. You know, in the summer season, I love to golf. I've got a great group of buddies. We go on some fantastic golf trips. And it's more about the camaraderie
Yes.
than it is
Yeah,
actually
I
the
get
golf.
it.
Same with the hunting. I have a deer camp in Hillsdale, and we go up there, and it's more about actually being together, playing cards, and sharing, you know,
Yeah.
the outdoors with a good group of guys. Than the kill. You know, I'm
Yeah.
sure we love to go out and chase down some trophy bucks.
Right.
But it's more about the friendships that we have up at those camps. And I've been able to get my family into it. My oldest daughter, she's been out there hunting with me.
Aw.
All my kids actually have been up there. My youngest, who's only 9, she says she wants to go out deer hunting with me this year.
How cool.
So,
That's
yep.
extremely cool.
So it's fun. But yeah, like you said, travel, we love to have some family vacations. We love going to Disney World. We've been on some Disney cruises. We're a Disney family, so it's a lot of fun. But that's something that everybody likes to do in the family. Sometimes it's tough, you know, because you got 5 different people want to go in different directions. Disney is something that we love, and everybody loves to do it.
You know, it's an interesting thing too about the deer. So many people don't understand, but the deer population.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually a good thing to cull the herd.
For sure.
The population becomes so overwhelming,
Yep.
but it's not healthy for the deer.
Not at
I mean,
all.
there's just not enough. You see today in our community, the deer are coming out more and more.
Suburban areas?
Yeah, they're in the backyards, and it's wonderful, but the herds get so large sometimes that just for their own protection, they have to be narrowed down a little bit.
And it's tough. I know people, you know, not everyone loves hunting, but most of the hunters out there are fantastic people, and they do it not for the kill.
Right,
You know,
right.
the killing part of hunting is actually on the bottom of the list for most hunters.
Right.
It's the conservation acts. It's being out and one with nature, sharing it with family and history, tradition. And just like you said, this morning on the way to work, I saw 2 little fawns just born,
Yeah.
brand new baby fawns with no mother, on the side of the road walking.
Yeah.
And you know, they're in the suburban areas, and
They
you
are.
know, there's car accidents. It's dangerous for folks driving.
Yeah, it is. At
and-
night, especially, they come
Without
out
a
at
doubt,
night.
yeah.
It's really it's really difficult. It's interesting to me, boss. You're talking about the golfing because you work so hard. I've always believed that you got to find time to get that relax.
Sure.
If you don't, you get burned out.
Yeah.
And with your work, would you say that's kind of accurate?
Yeah, for sure. And blowing off some steam with my buddies on the golf course is
Well, you don't have to
fun.
worry about what you say.
Yep.
You know, let's face
We
it.
have
You're in a
some fun.
position where you go to a restaurant and you know, you go to a restaurant or you go someplace, first of all, people recognize you. And then they say, hey, gee, I saw Steve Taylor, and I don't know what he was talking about. You have to be careful of what you say, cognizant of what you do,
For
right?
sure.
Right.
You can't drink too many Bud Lights. Cold
That-
Bud Lights.
that
And-
could
and I love to have my cold
That
Bud
could
Lights.
be an issue, yeah.
So,
yeah.
No, yep. And you know, but I'll tell you, probably my way to kick back and relax more than anything else is sitting in a tree stand.
Yeah.
And you know, 9 times out of 10, you don't ever shoot a
Right,
deer when you're
right.
sitting in a tree stand. But to watch a sunrise or a sunset and see the forest come alive, and the squirrels start to move and the birds start flying around. That's something that's so special, and that takes all the stress away. So it's something I really look forward to in the fall.
Boss, you've accomplished so much at a young age. It's kind of daunting, really, when you look at all the things you've done. But I know you, and I have a feeling that there's a bookshelf of other things that you still want to do. Can you take us inside some of that?
There are. I'm living the dream, but I've got a lot of dreams, and there's still a lot of big goals that I've got. I've been blessed. I'm so fortunate to love what I do. I've got a great family, a bunch of great friends. So yeah, I've been fortunate so far in everything that I've done. But there's always a next step.
Yeah.
There's always, we're in a growth mode also. We're
Yeah.
still a young company. We've got aspirations to continue to grow our company. Going to the home front, one of the most important things you can do is be a good father and raise your kids. And so one of my biggest goals now is actually turn more from business to my kids too, and seeing them become good people and to excel at whatever activity they're interested in, doing well at school, move on to the next chapter
Right.
of their life. And then that trickles over into work too. I've said for a long time, I'm a competitive guy. And back when we were, first growing, it was all about being number one.
Right.
We wanted to be the number one dealership.
Right.
We wanted to be the biggest. And that focus has shifted. Now it's more about our employees and helping our employees. And so that's why when you talk about family and family first,
Right.
we've got 350 employees, and one of my biggest goals and dreams is to see them take their life to the next level.
Right.
Whether that's financially, whether that's, through education and growing themselves. One of our core values is personal growth and development, and that's something that we really try to help everybody try to
Right.
become their best self, and it's through reading, it's through growing, it's watching TED Talks and YouTube
Yeah.
videos and going to seminars and, just trying to say, if you're at this level, what's it take to get to this next level? So that's one of my goals really at the company is to help our people grow and become the best that they can be. So it's been fun though.
I don't know if there's anything more powerful for an employee to feel that your boss actually cares about you as a person. Not care, all bosses care that you do the job.
Yeah.
That's a
Right.
given.
Yeah.
But on top of that, care about you as a person. You and your dad exemplify that. I see that everywhere where you do the right thing by your employees, you care about them, how can I help them, what can I do, what's good for this person, what's their wheelhouse. I've seen you put so many people into their wheelhouse where you say, okay, they're doing okay here, but I think they'd be great doing this. A lot of businesses just don't take the time, they don't, well, he's okay over there and they forget about it. You look at people and you say, he's okay there or she's okay there, but I think they'd be great over here. Where does that come from? Because you do that all the time.
I learned early on that there are a lot smarter people than me, people that excel in a lot of
Yeah,
other things that I
sure.
don't, and I surrounded myself with those people. So I was smart enough to realize that, hey, I can't do it all. I need really
Yeah.
good people, and so I've been so blessed to have. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Started in 1998, and I've got some guys that have been with me 20
Yeah.
years, 19 years, 18 years, 16 years. They're like family. And, those people definitely help, and it's by them helping to recognize, too, where people would best fit. You always talk about having the right people on the bus, but it's
Yeah.
having the right people that are in the right seats on the bus.
Yeah.
So it's something that we look for all the time. We try to grow our company from within, too. I can't tell you how many people that have started at an entry-level position
Right.
that have moved up and moved up and moved up. And 12 years later, now they're in a management position or they're in a leadership role, and they're living their dreams. And so that's what we try to do, too. And it's credit goes to the staff. I've just been fortunate to have really good people around me my entire career.
Well,
So,
it's interesting, boss, because that's been repeated in that chair. Folks have said that about moving up, that, I was recognized and moved up, and it meant like the world to them. And I get that, but I think there's another element to it too. I know I brought you some wacky ideas. We come in your office and you and Nick and Ed and your dad and all the people and throw ideas out there. A lot of places will say, you come in with an idea that, is not so great, and a lot of times the boss will say, hey, that's terrible, get out of here. I don't think one time you've ever said it's a bad idea.
No bad ideas.
But that encourages people to keep coming forward, even if it isn't a great idea.
Sure.
You didn't shut the door on me, so next time I will come with another idea, and maybe the next idea actually is a decent idea.
sure.
But when you get that chop off at the door from the boss, you're not coming in with an idea after that. So I think that openness of, hey, it's an idea. We didn't do it, we didn't use it, but that doesn't mean it's bad. And maybe somewhere down the road, we will use it. And the last thing on the way out, boss, this virus has been tough, and you've managed, and your dad, to keep people focused on the same page, keeping the clients, customers safe, and doing business, and we've done well during maybe some of the most unprecedented times in American history. Your thoughts on that?
You know, it hit us in March. It was tough, and I found out really early on, if I could go back and look at anything, do anything over, I didn't communicate well enough early on. You know, I think there were a lot of questions from people. They were scared.
Yeah.
You know, employees were nervous about what was going on. You heard so many different things from social media or from the news.
Yep.
And you know,
Still confusing messages today.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And things changed every hour
Yeah.
back then.
Yep.
And so I'd say, you know, I probably was a week late in coming out and communicating and trying to be there to be the leader to say, hey, don't worry, things are going to be all right. It was tough because we didn't have all the answers though.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one thing that I found out real quick is that that people want to feel comfortable. They want
Yeah.
to be safe. They want someone that can sort of help direct them and make
Yeah.
them feel safe. And so that I feel like was my biggest job was to make sure people knew that number one, they were going to continue to get paid. You know, I'm happy to say that we kept everyone on a full 40-hour work week even when we shut our house.
Which is unbelievable, quite honestly.
Full salaries. to
Yeah,
folks.
that's fantastic.
So we
Yeah.
did that, you know, because it's our family, and so we want to
Yeah.
help take care of people. But you know, if people, I think, also in times of crisis and things like this, you can tell who steps and elevates their game
Yeah.
and comes to, you know,
Yeah.
and comes out really, you know, it gets recognized. You
Yeah.
know, we had some great people that said, hey, I'm going to stick with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for you. I'm part of the team. And there were some people though that said, we said, hey, if you want to go home, if you don't feel safe, go home. And that was fine too, because they had kids, they had family they had to
Sure.
take care of. So we understood that, but you know, it was difficult. And you know, June's here. There's more consumer confidence. Things
Yeah.
are going back to normal. We're seeing a lot of good things happening at all the dealerships. It was a rough couple months, but yeah, we came out pretty good, and it was because of fantastic team effort. You know, I couldn't do it without all the people that stay late. They come in early. They make sure
Yeah.
customers get taken care of. They answer questions any employees have. So it was all in all, it was a fantastic team effort. You know, like I said, we're a family, and everybody pulled together and got us through that deal. And I hope that we're sort of on the other side of this,
Yeah,
you know, going
yeah,
forward.
me
So,
too. It was a tough go. Last thing on the way out is when all this was going on, which is kind of the measure of you and your dad, you told Terry and I to go out and help people in the community, those people that are food insecure, which you and your dad have been doing now. We've been, you know, giving money for people for food all over in our community, and a lot of people wouldn't be doing that in these tough times. And what was your philosophy there?
Yeah, I mean, people needed help probably now more than ever.
Right.
You know, you think about all the kids that were out of school.
Yeah, and their lunch might be
Their only
one
meal.
of the only meals.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so that's what we saw that need right away and said, hey,
Yeah.
if these kids aren't eating and getting their meals from school,
Right.
we've got to help supply these
Yeah.
meals. And there's so many things that, you know, you're involved every day in helping people, and Terry does a fantastic job of coming back and saying, hey, here's some ways to help, boss. You know, what can we do?
Yeah.
And we tried to do it all, and you know, we can't do it all, but man, there's so many people that we were able to help.
Yeah, did a lot.
And it's, you know, it's part of our mantra, locally owned, locally committed. And we
Yeah.
always say those aren't just words on a wall. That's what we live and breathe every single day. And it's all our communities. You know, we're committed to just helping our communities become a better place. That's why, you know, talk about great ideas. One of our salespeople here at Hyundai, Melinda Sanchez, she came to me with the idea of giving the car away to the high school senior.
Right.
And you know, I thought, boy, could we do that this year? And Nick and you and I got together and we said, hey, how do we make this happen? And now we're excited to say, not only are we giving a car away to a high school senior, but their teacher.
Their teacher,
So,
which is,
I mean,
how cool is that?
And that idea just came from a salesperson walking
Yeah.
into my
How
office
cool
and
is that?
saying, hey, here's something, could we do it? And you know what? We jumped on it, said, you're right, let's do something nice for these seniors.
And how surprised is the teacher going to be?
Right?
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty
That's
cool.
about as cool as it gets.
Excited,
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
July 1st, it'll be fun.
Boss, it was great to sit down and chat with you and kind of State of the Union, and thanks for everything that you and your dad do. And hopefully you get a chance to look at all the Taylor 3-minute stories, because they were great stories.
I can't wait to see it. We might need to change the name, might be a little longer than 3 minutes, but at least 3 minutes will keep their
Well,
interest and say, hey,
most of them were 3.
I'm a little longer
You and
now.
I went
Long-winded, sorry.
No. You and I went longer, but most of them were 3. Thanks so much,
Good
boss.
stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, boss. Tom Cole for the Taylor 3-minute.